Welcome to another episode of the Love Not Fear podcast, where Eduard and I explore why we make decisions out of love and not fear, and how we can more often act out of love and not fear in business and in life. Eduard, you picked a cool topic today. What is it?
I picked a cool topic, but first let me make an excuse for the noise. They are right side out of this window. They're repairing the building, so I don't know where this will go. They're starting to drill right now, so
It's fine.
It's going to be interesting. But hi, David. It's been too long. We must pick up the pace again. We've been crazy busy, both. But the topic today is I'd like to discuss the sunk cost fallacy.
And the sunk cost fallacy is, I guess, a human condition that we hold on too long on things that are actually not serving us anymore. For example, it could be you start reading a book and you already 30% in, but it doesn't interest you, but you continue because you already made this previous investment, or a business that doesn't really give you the dividends anymore, or doesn't make the money, but you've invested so much into it that you want to stick onto it and stick it out. And I guess it's the art is to figure out where to cut. What do you want to keep and what do you want to cut? Do you have any personal examples on this one?
I have many, of course. One of them, and actually that's the one that triggered this topic, was I have to renew my lease. So then you evaluate what your need is for office space and warehouse space. I walked down in the warehouse and I saw that literally half of the warehouse is reminiscence of my past. It's like old couches, theater chairs. I've got all kinds of stuff in there that no longer serves me. And it's like a museum of past times, and I really suck at this. That's why I wanted to look at it, because I am more aware, and I think change starts with awareness. So I'm more aware where it hurts, and I find it interesting how what's her face, the Japanese lady Marie Kondo, about decluttering. She says that material might have energy. So holding on to stuff that has the wrong energy could be something. And then one of the other examples that was in relationships. Sometimes if you have gone through a long period in time and you feel obliged to keep in contact with a person because you have been good friends in the past. I forgive myself of not being in contact anymore, and I don't beat myself up over that anymore. I think it's a sign of growth to have variation in the number of friends and the type of friends. So there's another one. How about you?
For me, in business, I once started a new business with somebody who's running one of my businesses, and I was not really passionate about it from the beginning about this topic. And we started the business, we invested some money and time and resources, and we got it off the ground, and it was running and working, but it was also taking a lot of my time away from other stuff. And even though it was making money, I was really holding, do I quit this? Do I just give him the business and let him run with it? And I was really fighting with myself over this for quite some time, because I invested time and money and resources to get this going. And I at the end of the day, I made the cut, and getting back to love not fear. Am I doing this out of love for the thing, or is it out of fear of not losing? It's what's my motivation behind this?
You have multiple enterprises, so this must be a daily thing of where you put your energy, and so it's probably not all clear, rational decisions where you're going to spend your energy. I think this will affect your daily life as well. But what do you do to make yourself aware of this? Do you have a system? Do you track it? Do you?
Yeah, I have systems for everything. I mean, I used to always, what's the word? Not focus on the thing that actually really matters to me, because I was scared to potentially fail at the thing that really matters to me. So it's always finding new distractions and shiny object syndrome. And the struggle is that I start way too many things, and not sure if this is like really in relation with the sunk cost fallacy, but I guess it is. I have a hard time sticking to the thing that really matters, and it's like starting too many things. And so currently working on like finding a good backlog system to kind of like shelve the things that are going on, to only focus on the thing that really matters right now, and actually completing it before starting a new thing. But I'm not sure if this is like the real sunk cost fallacy thing. You had a really good example with your sommelier.
Yeah. Yeah, let's dig that
course.
one up. That's painful. No, for anybody who I like wines, and I like to study about wine. And I did a course, and then another one, and another one, and it got pretty serious. I always make the joke that I forgot to sign off. So I was doing a professional course, wine and spirits educational trust level 4 diploma course, which I have finished up to one exam. This last exam, the light wines of the world, it takes half a day to do the exam. To study for that is really crazy, because you have to do like production volumes and all kinds of interesting stuff. So by pursuing this study, I was killing my hobby. I could not enjoy wine anymore. I was doing that, and then at one moment I was studying in the morning. I said, "What the hell am I doing? It's not going to help me in my career. I no way do I want to make my money in wines." So I decided to put it on hold, and I'm perfectly fine with that. Maybe in another life, I do the last exam, and I round that corner. But I was aware that it was taking too much. So this is I think time-wise, this is the decision that had the most impact. And this is actually, I spend a lot of time in it. It's not a cheap course. It's about $7,000. So I decided that it was enough.
You're doing it in the beginning, you're doing it out of love for the topic, but then at the end of the day, you're doing it out of fear because you paid that money and you want to complete, etc.
You do it also in other things. Come on, people know that you're doing that. You want to set an example for your kids. You don't want to be a quitter. So this is also what you think the outside world perceives you. But in the end, the outside world doesn't give a rat's ass about if you have this or not. So I realized that this is also a sign of growth. But yeah, I think everybody hates to appear wasteful. That's why a lot of people, including myself, might finish a meal though they're already full. Because you paid, you prepared it, you don't want to go to waste. So it's hard to zoom out and actually look, what am I doing? Is this helping me? Is this helping me becoming the person I want to be? Is this moving me forward? Or is it, I find myself doing a lot of tasks that I do when I'm not thinking, when I'm not very conscious of what I'm doing. Then I automatically go to default task, and it can be very comfortable just doing these tasks, checking off this checklist. But in the end of the day, you feel kind of dirty, I don't know, empty, depleted, and the feeling that you haven't lived that day, you haven't moved the needle. So being aware of that, I took tiny steps, and the accumulation of these tiny steps have made a great difference. And I'm more in self-reflection mode, where I think about the next steps. While in the last 20 years, I can safely say that I was on default mode, acting on things outside myself, which then triggered me to change things. Now I want to reflect, zoom out, talk to people that I think can help me. And this is a journey, and I love to be on this journey, and I love to explore these topics. They are covered very much by the Love Not Fear theme. So much has to do with fear.
So I think let's give. Usually we always give a call to action to others, but let's give ourselves a call to action this time. I think that's from a Gestalt theory. I think that's a good thing. So what I'm thinking about like getting rid of things that are not serving me, or like reevaluating them, shelving them, or maybe even getting rid of them. And so I will get rid of I'll delete 5 apps off my phone.
Okay.
I think that's a good one. I will look at all current projects I'm doing, and I'm going to freeze, not necessarily business, but just like projects. Freeze or kill 5 projects. 5 projects. Freeze or kill.
You know what I did, David?
Hmm?
I bought 4 sticker rolls with round stickers.
Mhm.
Orange, green, blue, yellow.
Mhm.
And I've started to mark stuff that I want to throw away, literally throw away.
Mhm.
Mark stuff that I want to donate. It has value,
Mm.
but not for me, and it's not worthwhile selling. I have a sticker for reuse of repair or use. Some things you have placed some object there, and why you're not using it? Like you forgot about this Bluetooth speaker that's sitting there, and it's needed. You can use it in the office, a nice place. And one sticker goes for stuff that I want to sell, and that's a nice exercise. Going running around with these stickers. That's a boom, boom, boom. Yeah, and I have no trouble giving away stuff if I know I can make other people happy with that. So that's an easy way. It makes me think of what I'm doing currently with my mother-in-law. My father-in-law died last year. She has an apartment filled with old memorabilia from times that not necessarily are serving her right now. So it could be business stuff, could be, I don't know, just the sheer amount of cooking books. She has a 1.5 meter of cooking books, and she is not into cooking. So what I do now with my wife, we take this big bag every time we go to their apartment, and we
Get rid
collect
of
stuff and think of who could benefit from that. And she is very pleased of giving away, knowing that somebody else will be happy with that. And by that, it's decluttering. I think it's healthy. It's cleansing the apartment.
So let's I've actually really good ideas now. So I will get rid of 5 apps. I will get rid of or freeze 5 projects. I get rid of 5 things, and I get rid of 5 meetings. Ooh.
Can I throw in a daunting one?
Sure.
Get rid of 5 people in your life that are no longer serving, and feel okay with that. Having had great times and having run a long period with somebody doesn't mean that they are still fit for you. So it's sometimes okay to mentally thank somebody for what you've had with them, and then it's okay don't beat yourself up over not being in contact anymore. I used to have that with old friends. I don't anymore. I think it's also a sign of growth to acknowledge that the number of people you're in contact with and the type of engagement you have is not fixed in time. I love the fact that I have some old-time friends, and even in business, old-time business relationships. But that doesn't mean that
everything is serving you.
Yeah.
I think that's an awesome call to action.
Yeah.
For us personally, and maybe somebody in the audience will also pick
So what was
a few
it? 5
of those.
apps?
I get rid of 5
things?
apps, 5 projects, 5
Projects?
things, 5 meetings, and 5 people.
Yeah, cool.
Beautiful.
So
awesome.
you're native German, but you sometimes get the idea that you don't know a very profound word in English. The word no. I have not heard you say that in as long as I know you. So maybe use no 5 times today.
Yes, no, yeah. Yeah, it's a good one, yeah. Use no.
Cool.
Okay. Beautiful. I think it's a wrap. Awesome episode. Thank you very much, Eduard. Everybody, please get rid of things and maybe inspire a friend or a loved one.
Put us to work. Let us know what you want to hear.
Yes. Rock and roll. See you in the next one.